Welcome to Ms. LaMarca's Classroom Tips and Tricks. Here I will share with you some of the most priceless morsels of teacheriness that I have come across in my travels and hope to one day utilize. Starting out every class with an agenda on the board is a great way to get students focused and keep them from getting as restless as they might get if they don't know how long something will last. Another way to settle students is with a warm classroom environment. Colorful pictures or projects on the walls encourage creativity far more than stark walls. Seating arrangements are important too. Making sure everyone has their own space, can see what needs to be seen, and room enough to complete the tasks at hand is essential. Good teachers also have out-of-class passes. This ensures only one student out at a time. The more outrageous and distinct, the better. Having a good, firm, late assignment rule in place will keep students from trying to take advantage of you as a teacher. With this in mind, students don't want to feel like faceless cows in a herd being corralled. Keep options open and ways to express individuality. In an uncooperative class, it might be tempting to fall back on the one kid who always has his hand up in the air for the answer. Resist the easy way out. Encourage the quiet students to speak up. To keep those quiet students from vanishing into the corners of your classroom, assign groups creatively for projects and give each student a role in them. When planning these projects, or tests, keep holidays and vacations in mind. Students won't be able to focus on the day before a break. It is also important to use the resources available to you and integrate technology into your classes. It could mean the difference between "I'd rather die than do that project" and "I use the Grateful Dead as the soundtrack for my project." To keep students from incessantly asking, "What am I getting? What am I getting in this class?" hand out a list of all the unit-graded assignments with blanks next to them and require that they keep their own personal gradebook. Students will always want to know exactly why what they are learning is going to impact them, so be sure to give them something to think about in every lesson. Don't be afraid to branch out. Take a walk with your students on a nice day for some fresh air, and give them an opportunity in every class to stretch their legs. It might be the only opportunity that they get all day. To get students down to business, have a hook ready for every class. This will get your students focused and ready to get down to the lesson. Encourage your students to give you feedback. At the end of particular lessons, hand out index cards and ask for comments. Another great way to get feedback from kids is to give them opportunities to journal. Even if it's just about assignments, this is a great way to get students to open up. The things that you learn about students should be kept fresh in your mind, so keeping a discrete journal with a page on every student updated every class could open your eyes to patterns you wouldn't otherwise see. Although you may get overwhelmed, it is important that you stay calm, cool, and collected. Get a pair of Teflon shoulders and never let them see you bleed. A teacher who faints in class will never live it down. Be sure you eat well every morning before school and a bite for lunch as well. Also, to avoid your own personal nuclear meltdown, back up all of your work. Opening up a little to your students is a great way to create bonds and encourage depth in assignments, but be sure everything truly painful or private stays locked away. 2 words: teacher voice. Get one. Learn it, live it, love it. And although there is a time and a place for the teacher voice, keep all home issues in mind as possibilities. Not everything is easy to read, and you must be able to look deeper into problems in the classroom. It's also important to have things in your life separate from school that make you happy and keep you sane. From a hobby to a furry white soulmate, an escape from stress should never be far away. It's also important to do your best to keep a positive and cheery disposition. 10 years from now, in the depths of sophomore English hell, in dreary winter, just think, "At least I'm not in Practicum." But seriously, and above all else, never forget what it felt like to be in high school yourself. No matter how stressed out you may become with rent, or kids, or lesson plans, or parent-teacher conferences, always remember how it felt when you were 15 and your boyfriend dumped you, when your team lost their chance to go to states, and how much an A on a project really meant. We have the honor of teaching our tomorrow. Let's not waste it.